As all of us know, the integration is the reverse process of differentiation. That is, if f of x and g of x are two functions such that the derivative of f of x with respect to x, that is d by dx of f of x, is g of x, then we say that integral of g of x with respect to x, that is integral g of x dx, is equal to f of x. So if f of x and g of x are two functions such that the derivative of f of x with respect to x is g of x, then we say that the integral of g of x with respect to x is f of x. Suppose there is a constant with f of x, that is f of x plus c, where c is a constant. Then the derivative of f of x plus c is equal to derivative of f of x plus derivative of c. Derivative of f of x is, let it be g of x. Then derivative of c, derivative of a constant is 0. So in that case, integral g of x dx is equal to f of x plus c. So whenever we are evaluating an integral, indefinite integral like this, we are always putting a constant c, where c is a constant called the constant of integration, either c or k. For the sake of removing doubt whether there was a c or not, we are always writing a c along with the answer of the integration. So in the case of definite integral, that is integrals of the form a to b f of x dx, these types of integrals are called definite integrals. We need not put any constant here because we are going to get a definite answer. That is why it is called a definite integral. So there are so many methods of integrating product of two functions. Actual finding their product, one method, then integration by substitution, then integration by parts, then integration by partial fraction. Today we are going to deal with the section integration by parts. There are only two formulas, basic rules of differentiation. One is, if c is a constant, f of x is a function of x, then c into f of x, integral c into f of x dx is equal to c into integral f of x dx. That is, that constant can be taken out from that integral. Constant can be taken out. So integral c into f of x dx is equal to c into integral f of x dx. Second one is, if f of x and g of x are two functions, then integral f of x plus g of x dx is equal to integral f of x dx plus integral g of x dx. If it is f of x minus g of x, here it is minus integral f of x dx minus integral g of x dx. There are only two basic rules for this integration. So for product of two functions, either we have to use integration by substitution or integration by parts or integration by partial fraction. So we will discuss about that integration by parts. Integration by parts. If f of x and g of x are two functions, then integral f of x into g of x dx is equal to, so this is the formula, first function. So we are calling f of x as the first function, g of x as the second function. So first function, f of x into integral of the second function minus integral of the derivative of first function, d by dx of f of x, derivative first function into again integral of second function, whole into dx. That is for this integral. This dx is for this integral. This dx is for this integral. So this is the rule. First function into first function into integral of second. Integral of second. Integral of second minus integral of derivative of first function. Derivative of first function into integral of second function. So we have to by heart this formula. Second function. So instead of f and g, we can use u and v also, no problem. So integral, if u and v are two functions of x, then integral uv dx is equal to u into integral v dx minus derivative of u we can denote by u dash into integral v dx dx. So this is the formula for finding the product of two functions using integration by parts. So in this function also, here also u is the first function, v is the second function. F of x dx, f of x into g of x dx. F of x is the first function, g of x is the second function. So there is one rule, highlight rule. So for deciding whether f of x or g of x, first function we have to take. So highlight means I stands for inverse trigonometric functions, L logarithm function, A algebraic function, T trigonometric functions, E exponential functions. So we have to take whichever the function comes first in this order, highlight, that is to be taken as the first function. Other one, obviously the other one is the second function. So whichever the function comes first in this order, whether it is inverse trigonometric functions, logarithm function, algebraic function, trigonometric functions, exponential function. So that has to be taken as the first function. For the sake of convenience or certain cases, it is compulsory we have to take that function as first function. So we will see some examples. First one is integral of logarithm function, log x, integral log x dx. So there is only one function. Actually, integral log x is not a standard form. Derivative of log x we know, d by dx of log x we know, that is 1 by x. So integral 1 by x dx is log x plus c. Log x plus c. This is natural logarithm, so we can write ln, natural logarithm x plus c. But there is no standard formula for integral log x dx. So what we will do means, we will write like this, log x into 1 dx. So this is the product of two functions. One function is log x and another function is 1. Actually, 1 can be considered as the algebraic function. So as per the elite rule, logarithmic function comes first. So log x is the first function. So this is first function and 1 is the second function. So as per the product integration by parts rule, first function, that is log x into integral 1 dx minus integral of derivative of log x, d by dx of log x into integral 1 dx dx. So log x into integral 1 dx, integral of 1 is x minus derivative of log x is 1 by x into integral 1 dx is x dx. So this x cancel with this x, so we get x log x minus integral 1 dx. Again integral 1 is x, so we have x log x minus x plus c. So we can take one x outside from these two terms, x is common, so x into log x minus 1 plus c. In certain books they are using the constant as k, so we can use either c or k, no problem. So this is the integral of log x, x into log x minus 1 plus c. So next one, we can see the next problem. Integral of x into log x dx. So here highlight, as per the highlight rule, logarithmic function comes first. Before algebraic function, logarithmic function comes first. So we have to rewrite this as log x into x dx. So log x is our first function, x is our second function. So using the formula for integration by parts, first function into, that is log x into integral of second function x dx minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function dx. So log x into integral of x is x square by 2 minus d by dx of log x, derivative of log x is 1 by x, into integral x dx is x square, this dx. So 1 x cancel with this x square, so we get x square by 2, that I am writing x square by 2 first, then log x minus here x dx. So this is x square by 2 log x minus integral of x is x square by 2 plus c. So here also we can take x square by 2 outside. So we get log x minus 1 plus c. Now let us find out the integral of log x whole square. Log of x square dx. Log x whole square, afterwards we can do. So log of x square dx is equal to, so what is log of x square? There is one power rule in logarithm. Log of m raised to n is equal to n into log m. So this is the power rule of logarithm. This power can be brought to this side. Likewise, log of x square we can write as 2 into log x dx. Again, using the basic principle of integration, this constant 2 can be taken out from this integral, 2 into integral log x dx. So again, log x, we have to integrate log x using integration by parts method. We have already done this problem. We have already solved integral log x dx. So this is integral log x dx is equal to x into log x minus 1 plus c. So here 2 into, this is x into log x minus 1 plus c. Next, integral log x whole square dx. This is different from log of x square. Log of x square not equal to log x whole square. So this is log x into log x whole square. So again, using integration by parts, we get so log x whole square into 1 dx. So this is the first function. Log x whole square is the first function. 1 is the second function. So using the integration by parts method, first function into log x whole square into integral 1 dx minus integral of derivative of first function d by dx of log x whole square into integral of 1 dx dx. So log x whole square into integral 1 dx is x minus integral of d by dx of log of x square. Log of x square, that is function of function rule. So first we will get 2 log x into derivative of log x 1 by x. So this is the basic function log x whole square. So its derivative is 2 into log x into derivative of log x, that is 1 by x. So we get 2 log x into 1 by x into, this is x, integral 1 dx is again x dx. So d by dx of log x whole square is 2 into log x into 1 by x into integral of 1 dx is x. So this x cancels with this x. So we get x into log x whole square minus, again this 2 can be taken up, 2 into integral log x dx. Again, we have already found out this integral log x dx. Substituting here, what we'll get, x log x whole square minus 2 into, this is x into log x minus 1 plus c. Now, next, integral x into e raised to x dx. So, using Elite rule, I stands for inverse noted function, L logarithm function, A algebraic function, then the exponential function comes last. So this is second function, this is first function. X is the first one, so we need not change any order. This is in correct form. So using integration parts, first function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function all into dx. So x into integral e raised to x is same, e raised to x minus integral of d by dx of x is 1 into integral e raised to x is e raised to x dx. So this is x e raised to x minus integral e raised to x is again e raised to x plus c. Next, if it is x square e raised to x dx, next we will find the integral of x square e raised to x dx. So again, x square is the algebraic function which is coming before that exponential function. So this is the first function, this is the second function. That is integral first function x square into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function dx. So this is x square e raised to x minus integral of d by dx of x square is 2x. 2x into again integral e raised to x is same e raised to x dx. So here it is the product of two functions. So again we have to use the integration by parts method. So this is x square e raised to x minus, after minus I am putting one bracket here. 2x is the 2 can be taken out, no problem, but 2x is the first function into again integral of second function dx minus integral of derivative of 2x into integral of e raised to x dx into dx. Again I am using integration by parts method for these two functions 2x and e raised to x. So this is x square e raised to x minus bracket 2x into integral e raised to x is same e raised to x minus integral of d by dx of 2x. 2 is constant, derivative of x is 1, that is 2 into e raised to x dx. So x square e raised to x minus, I am distributing minus, so this is term is minus 2x e raised to x. This minus and this minus becomes plus integral 2 can be taken out. Integral e raised to x is e raised to x plus c. So integral x square e raised to x dx is this one. There is a shortcut method for finding. If it is x cube, again we have to use integration by parts 3 times. So there is a shortcut method. Shortcut method for finding the integrals of functions like this: x square e raised to x, x cube e raised to x, even x square into e raised to 2x or 3x or mx, anything we can find out. So this is the rule. So I am calling the first function as u, second function as v. First function is u, second function is v. So this is first function into integral of second function. Next, alternate plus minus. Derivative of first function, integral of second function, plus next derivative, second order derivative of first function, integral of second function, minus, like this we have to write. First function into integral of second function minus derivative of first function, integral, again integral of v1 is v2, plus alternate plus minus, derivative of first function, second derivative into third derivative of v, that is integral of v2, that is v3. Next is minus, like that. So here it is u is x square and v is e raised to x. U is x square, v is e raised to x. So first what we have to write, u into that is x square into integral of e raised to x. Integral of e raised to x, e raised to x. Next, derivative of x square, that is 2x, into integral of e raised to x, same e raised to x. Next, derivative of 2x, that is 2. Integral of e raised to x is same e raised to x. Next, derivative of 2 is 0. Then we need not write because this becomes 0. So the answer is, first one is this into this, that is x square e raised to x. Next term is minus 2x into e raised to x. 2x into e raised to x. Next term is plus 2 into e raised to x. 2 into e raised to x. Next term is 0. So we can stop here. Then we have to write c here. So this is very simple method. Even if it is x cube, if we are using integration by parts, we have to use 3 times that formula. So if it is x cube e raised to x dx also, we can write like this. Let us find out integral x cube e raised to x dx. integral x cube e raised to x dx. So this is the first function. U is x cube, v is u is x cube, and v is e raised to x. So from here we are starting. First we have to write u as u x cube as it is. We have to write. Then integral of e raised to x is e raised to x. Next, derivative of x cube is 3x square. Integral of e raised to x is e raised to x. Next, derivative of 3x square. 3 is constant, x square 2x. So we get 6x. Integral of e raised to x is same, e raised to x. Then derivative of 6x is 6. Integral of e raised to x is e raised to x. Next is 0. So we need not write further. So the answer is, first one is product positive, x cube e raised to x. Next one is negative, alternate plus minus. 3x square is 3x square e raised to x. Next is positive, plus 6x e raised to x. Next one is negative, minus 6 e raised to x. Next is 0, means we need not write anything. Then we have to stop here after putting plus c here. So this is the shortcut method. So this is u, this is v. First we have to, so this is the formula. U into first function into integral of second, v1. Next, derivative. We are using this notation for derivative. U dash, u2 dash, u3 dash, etc. And for integrals v1, v2, v3, etc. So u into first function into integral of second, v1 plus derivative first function, that is u dash. We are writing u dash. And integral of v1 is v2. Again, first one is plus, then next one is negative. Again plus u double v3. Next minus u3 dash v4. Next plus, like that. Alternate plus minus. So this is the formula. This is the shortcut formula. So let us see the problems in your textbook, that is study materials. So we have already seen the integration as the reverse process of differentiation. This is integration as the reverse process of differentiation. And we have to know basic formula. Only two basic formula for integration that we have already explained. And some basic formula for finding the integrals of standard functions. X raised to n, integral dx means 1 dx, e raised to x, e raised to ax. E raised to ax is e raised to ax by a. Integral e raised to ax dx is integral is e raised to ax by a. Then 1 by x, integral 1 by x dx is log x. A raised to x, a raised to x by log a plus c. So these are some basic formulas. So we will try to solve the problems of this section. Use integration by parts, 13th one. Use integration by parts to evaluate integral x square into e raised to 3x dx. 13th, integral x square into e raised to 3x dx. Since it is MCQ, multiple choice question, we need not write full steps. So we can use the shortcut method, UV method. So u is equal to x square, v is equal to e raised to 3x. From here, first we have to write u x square, then integral of e raised to 3x. Integral of e raised to 3x is e raised to 3x by 3. That is standard formula. Integral e raised to ax dx is equal to e raised to ax by a plus c. So integral of e raised to 3x is e raised to 3x by 3. Next, derivative of x square is 2x. Again, 1 by 3 is constant. integral of e raised to 3x is e raised to 3x by 3. So we get e raised to 3x by 9. Again, derivative of 2x is 2. 1 by 9 is constant. Again, integral of e raised to 3x is e raised to 3x by 3. So we get e raised to 3x by 27. Next, derivative of 2 is 0. So we need not write anything. So this is x square into e raised to 3x by 3. Next one is minus 2x into e raised to 3x by 9. Next is again plus 2 into e raised to 3x by 27 plus c. So this is the answer. So here, if there is no constant, we can straight away ignore that answer. So here it is, we have x square e raised to 3x by 3 minus 2x e raised to 3x by 9 minus 2 e raised to 3x by 27 plus k. So A is the answer. So same answer we have got here. So A is the answer. Next one, integral log x dx. We have already discussed integral log x dx. That is integral log x dx. Integral log x dx is x into x log x minus x plus c, or x into log x minus 1 plus c. So we will see what are the options. X log x minus x square. So x log x minus x plus c, x log x minus x log x minus x. There is no answer like that. So 14, it is none of these. 15th question, integral x e raised to x dx. Integral x e raised to x dx. So uv, x is the first function, e raised to x is second function. So first we have to write the derivative x into integral of e raised to x is e raised to x. Next, derivative of x is 1 into integral of e raised to x. Then 0 e raised to x. So the answer is x e raised to x minus e raised to x plus c. So e raised to x can be taken out, x minus 1 plus c. E raised to x into x minus 1 plus k. Option B, we can straight away ignore because there is no constant k. So A is the answer. Next one, 16th one. Integral log x whole square dx. So we have already done this problem before. So the answer is log x whole square. Log x whole square into 1 dx. So this is log x whole square first function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative first function. That is log x whole square is 2 log x into 1 by x. Into integral of 1 dx is x dx. So this is integral 1 dx is x into log x whole square minus 2 into integral log x. This x and this x cancels, log x dx. So again, x log x whole square minus 2 into integral log x dx is x into log x minus 1 plus c. So x into log x whole square minus 2x log x minus 1 plus c. So this is x into log x whole square minus 2x log x plus 2x. Plus 2x is not required. X log x whole square minus 2x log x minus 1. X log 2x log x minus 1. So this is log x minus 1 plus k. So A is the answer. So 17, etc. all are from partial fraction method. So let us see, is there any problem in additional questions? So this is additional question bank. So these are all differentiation. After that, this is from integration. Integration. So from 39 onwards, it is integration by parts. Integrate with respect to x log x. We have already discussed it. That is x into log x minus 1 plus c. So this is x into log x into log x minus 1 plus c. So x into a is the answer. Second one, x raised to n log x. That we have to do it again. Integral x raised to n log x dx. So this is x raised to n is the first function. X raised to n into integral log x dx minus integral of derivative of x raised to n. That is n into x raised to n minus 1 into integral log x dx. So if we take like this, integral log x we cannot do straight away. So we have to take using the Eilert rule. So according to that Eilert rule, logarithm function comes first before the algebraic function. So we cannot proceed like this. So what we have to do means we have to rewrite this as log x into x raised to n dx. So if we do like this, it will be very difficult to complete. So we have to follow that Eilert rule. Log x comes before that algebraic function. So we have to take log x as the first function. So log x is the first function. So using integration by parts, this is first function into log x into integral second function minus integral of derivative first function d by dx of log x into integral of second function dx all into dx. So this is log x into integral of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 minus derivative of log x is 1 by x into again integral of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 dx. So this is x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 log x minus this x raised to n plus 1 and this x cancel with the x raised to n plus 1. So x raised to n plus 1 is x raised to n into x. So base here base is x, here base is x, index is n, index is 1. So as per the index product rule of indices, this is x raised to n plus 1. So x raised to n plus 1 is x raised to n into x. So one x is cancels. So this is x raised to n by n plus 1 dx. So again, this n plus 1 can be taken out. Here it is x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 log x minus this 1 by n plus 1 can be taken out. Integral x raised to n is again x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 can be taken out. So we have log x minus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So this is the answer. X raised to n plus 1, n plus 1 whole raised to minus 1 is by n plus 1. So x raised to n plus 1 by x plus 1. Do log. So this is our answer. Log x minus 1 plus x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1. Log x minus n plus 1. So A is the answer. Then 42. X e raised to x. X e raised to x, we have already explained. X e raised to x. Even x square e raised to x also we have done. So 42, 43 we have done already. 44. X log x. X log x. X into log x. Then 45. Log x whole square. Log x whole square also we have discussed. So we can use that shortcut method for even for trigonometric functions. For example, integral x into cos x dx. So as per Elite rule, algebraic function comes first before the trigonometric function. So x is the first function and cos x is the second function. So this is u v. U is x is v is cos x. So first u into x into integral cos x dx is sin x. Integral cos x dx is sin x. Integral sin x dx is minus cos x. Next, derivative of x is 1. Integral sin x dx is minus cos x. Again, derivative of 1 is 0. Integral cos x is sin x, so this is minus sin x, but we need not write this time. So this is x sin x. Next term should be minus here, but already there is minus 1 into minus cos x plus c. So this is x sin x plus cos x plus c. So this rule can be used even for trigonometric functions also. This shortcut method. So please try to solve so many problems using this integration parts. And so thank you so much.